I don't know. It's different. Okay, I'm going live. I don't know if y'all see me and hear me, but I just did a whole live. And I can't even, I ain't hear it, I ain't see nobody, so I don't know. If y'all out there, y'all can see me, y'all can hear me, drop a one. Cause this, don't know how this work, but I'm gonna try to keep doing it till I get it to work. But I don't see nobody showing up. I don't see. If you out there and you see this live, drop a one in the chat. Cause I'm having problems. I don't know. I can't see nobody. I don't hear nobody. And I guess nobody want to watch me. I'm trying to see how this live thing work. I'm trying to stay in good grace of it. But I don't know. Seems like it's just not working for me. Nobody want to come visit my chat. Yo, can you see me? Can you hear me? Hey, Kiki. Glad to see you pull up. I'm getting like you, girl, like the other day. I can't figure this crap out. You can see me? Good. I just did a whole live, girl. No sound, no nothing. So I was just trying to figure this thing out because it's crazy. It's so crazy. And I was just trying to get this thing together. Yeah, I gave you a wrench. You see, you got a wrench. Yeah, no. Too many glitches. And I'm just trying to figure this all out because I'm having such a hard time. I was doing it on my tablet. My computer won't. I can't go into YouTube Studios on my computer, so I'm doing it with my phone. Oh, you always know you don't never had no sound. Well, as long as you can hear me and y'all can see me, then that's good. I'm glad I can see the comments because I know you was having a problem seeing your comments, but now until you saw your comments. But I'm gonna keep on trying to do this live until I can get the hang of it because I just did a whole thing on the justice system. But now that I got some people in here, maybe I can do it again. All right, I was talking about the justice system, and I was basically describing how the justice system don't work for us. It's not designed for us. So, uh, we all know how the justice system's supposed to work, but it don't always work. Salute, nerd 177, Z Van, Josh. Salute to you guys. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this out. So, I was just saying that, the justice system working in ways that people don't imagine it working. But I'm going to give y'all a little rundown of hey Tracy, salute, how the justice system works. First of all, what is the justice system? The justice system is a criminal justice system consists of the police, the courts, the corrections, and multitask of police, including selected enforcing the law, protecting the public, arresting suspects, law violations, and preventing crime. What's their mission? Their main goal is to enforce the law and defend the interests of the United States according to the law, to ensure public safety against threats, foreign and domestic violence, to provide federal leadership in preventing and controlling crime, to seek just punishment for those guilty of unlawful behavior. Um, salute, come on in. Hey, Coach Ian, how you doing? Salute. So yes, basically I was just describing, we know how the justice system's supposed to work, but it don't always work in our favor or the way it's supposed to. And we've been working on these cases with these kids, and we hoping to see justice in their case. But I feel like if these cases is not getting sorted out properly or investigating properly, then would they ever get the justice? Not just what they assume because they got some people locked up. We know most of the time with cases like this, and we see these cases, there's other people involved. And my hope is hopefully they can investigate everybody and see who are involved in these cases where these babies can get the full light of justice. Hey Sharon, salute girl, salute to you. So hopefully we can see a change in this because it's too many kids that's going on missing. And it's a daggone shame because every time I turn on the TV, the radio, or get on YouTube, we talk about kids coming up missing. And we don't know if these people who's working in these field of work are doing the job they need to do in order for these babies to get the justice they deserve. It's just crazy to me. I was prevailed to come across some information, and hopefully I can share with you guys because I think the way we going now, we fighting through this mess with trying to seek justice for these babies. Just like when we covered the Shanquilla case, we clearly saw that attack occurred on video in front of the whole world. It shouldn't be a problem why that family could not get the justice, you know, that she honestly deserved because we saw this take place on a video. I would think it was a shut the door case, you know, but it ain't turned out to be that way. And it's crazy because the FBI do not want to do their job. The DOJs don't want to do their job. I feel you know, if they was some relations to the Cabo Six, then they should have dropped down and let somebody else investigate the case. Because it's just a shame how they put that family through that. You know, and I give you a story of my own. My brother got robbed and he got unalive. The person that robbed him shot him and he fell in the puddle of water. And because he was shot in the back and he couldn't turn and stuff, I guess because of the way he fell in the water, he ended up passing away. And it took us, we went through a whole lot. Salute, Shank. Salute, bro. So, be going through that, we was fighting for justice for him. We went through a whole lot just to seek justice for my brother. And it took almost 3-4 years before they caught the perpetrator. You know, was that justice for us? Some might say yes, it was justice for us, because they caught the guy. But then my brother-in-law said it was another guy because he happened to be, there. And I'm like, okay, if you know the story and you know who did it, you need to talk. But, 9 out of 10 when people are caught up in stuff like that, when it comes to somebody unalive, most time people don't want to talk. And that's what I see in a lot of these cases. Nobody wants to talk when it comes to seeking justice for our loved ones. And I see it in these cases with these babies. You know, they family know what happened. They know what's going on, but they don't want to talk. And I can't really say, but when it comes to the justice system, they supposed to make sure that, like they said, their mission is to make sure they get us justice. You know, it says here in the main goal, they enforce the law, they defend the interests of the United States according to the law, they ensure public safety against threats, foreign and domestic violence, and they provide leadership in preventing and controlling crime. Okay, but crime happen every day. Every day there is some crime being committed. And I feel like, these people working in these departments is not doing the necessary work they need to do to help keep us safe. The majority of us do not feel safe when we walk the streets, when we go do what we need to do. Most times we don't feel safe because we know people out here are committing crimes against everybody. Most time when they commit crimes, normally it be at night. Oh, we gonna do it at night because we don't want nobody to see who doing it. But now they doing it anytime they feel like it. It's no point of time where they will commit a crime. But when we go to see justice, we are 9 out of 10. We don't get it. We gotta go through hell to try to get the justice we need. Kiki said my cousin was Alexa Murder. Oh, I heard about that story. Don't you know they found other girls often while they stopped saying for her. See, that's searching for her, right? And that's what bothers me. We living in a day and time that you know they literally put my cousin case search on hold. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you what, Kiki. And that's how so many cases go cold. Because they stopped doing their job. They stopped seeking the justice. They stopped helping us decide whatever happened out there to our loved ones. Or even to us. Our family have to fight for us. It's like they give up on doing their job. If it was Nancy Grace that said something, thank goodness for this. Exactly. In a lot of cases, and it's more cases than you can imagine that's happening that we don't even get to hear about. They don't give it enough media attention. They don't get it enough airtime. They just don't do enough. Most of the time you'd be surprised to hear about something happening in your own city because they don't get no media attention. You know, uh, you barely know these things. You know, time after time things happen, and we rarely know about it. And me personally, and everybody say I don't like to watch the news because the news is depressing. The news, cause trauma. Me personally, I watch the news, one, to stay up to date on what's going on, and two, to be aware of what's going on in my surroundings. Something could happen, and if I'm not aware of it, I might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. No, I can't do that. If they saying, look out for this white truck or whatever the case might be, I like to be aware of what's going on. All the black girls that was missing, man, they were on top. Yeah, exactly, and that's why I brought up the point. The justice system is not designed for us. I mean, that Gabby Petite, they parents they stayed on it until they got justice. They stayed on it, and then the Nancy Holloway, what's her name? They stayed on that case. If we don't do our due diligence, they not. It's just another case. In the case of Go Code, and then they'll forget about it. And it's a sad situation when these things keep happening day in and day out, time after time, over and over again. It's just a sad situation. When our people come up missing, we gotta be the one to do the work. Exactly. 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 Because if we don't, they won't. And I feel like we our own investigators. We gotta be our own investigators. We have to be our own police. You know what I'm saying? Because the police ain't gonna police us. Hell, the police need to be police. If you want to tell the truth, you know, um, it's just a crazy world we living in, and I think some shape or form and fashion we have to come together as a whole and do something collectively to stop what's going on, because it's going to keep going on, and it's happening all the time. I think it was her or either the guy that did it that was finished accused a whole black man, and it was a Caucasian guy the entire time. See, misidentification. And I spoke on that on the first live I did, is mistaken identity. They get anybody and accuse them, and some people go to jail for a crime they didn't even commit. But they be happy to get somebody and say they the one who did it. Right now, our jails are overbooked. You know, it just they it's I mean, people go to jail every day, all the time, every time, whatever. And some people get accused of crimes they didn't even commit. That's why our jails is overcrowded. You know, mis mistaking the person for something they didn't do. They so messy with their work. Motherfuckers from the internet do. Hey, that's what I'm saying. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I don't think most of these cases would got solved the way they're getting solved, or we getting to the bottom of it the way we getting to the bottom of it. I think we got the best detectives on YouTube than we do in our own town. Because like I said, these people is not doing their job the way they need to do their job. You know, they slacking. So I think if it wasn't for YouTube and we uncovering these stories and going through the meat of it, getting to the bottom of it, I don't think they would have got solved. I don't think they would have got this much information as we got. Because they lazy. They don't want to do their job. They hurry up and got. I know. Ain't that something? And seeing and they took him out because he was getting close to the case. But see, we could do our due diligence. We would get to it, and that's what happens because they watching, they looking, and then they want to cause, want to send threats, want to harm us, all kinds of stuff because we getting close to the truth. Nobody likes the truth anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants the truth anymore, and I'm so upset because it's so many people out here that's stuck on the lies, like they ain't made lies the new norm, and it's embarrassing to suck there at their job like that. Trump needs to fire and rehire. That'll work too. But if Trump is the problem, hey, then what? If he the problem, then what? He need to really look into doing the right thing, that is going to best fit us, because you can't just do some for some and don't do it for all. You know, you can't pick and choose how you're going to help. Can't pick and choose who you're going to help. So it just we just need to come together as a community, as a whole, as a YouTube community, and come up with some kind of way and solving the issues that we have in our daily life, in our communities. you know um I want better communities. I want to be able to walk the street and go anywhere and feel safe again. I want to be able to leave my house, get in my car, go where I need to go without feeling something that's going to happen to me. You understand? Back in the day, we could leave our doors open. We could go to sleep, leave our doors open, get up, nothing happened. Nobody came in. Can't do that nowadays because everybody is on demon time. You know, they on demon time, and it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation when you come to a point in your life where you can't trust nobody, not even the police. We living in the book of Revelation. That's a bad part of time to live in. It's just a bad point of time to live in. You know, I don't know. I was prevailed to do this live because it's a lot on my heart. You know, and I know God is watching down. I know God is seeing all the destruction in the world. And I honestly believe He's waiting on us to make a change. I honestly believe He's waiting for us to get enough balls and do what's right. I honestly believe, you know, He wants to see us do better. And the only way we can do better if we want better. Some people don't want better. That's why they don't do better. So I just hope and pray that something will change in our world and the world around us. And me personally, I gotta run and shower so I can study. I'll see you later. All right, thanks for pulling up, Kiki. Everybody enrolled out anyway, so I'm about to, I'm about to cut the live short, but I appreciate you coming through. Have a good night. Enjoy your night. All right. Yeah, so I guess us as a whole, as a people, we gotta be the change we want to see. I pray that these babies get their justice. I pray that they get to the bottom of these cases and they arrest the people that really need to be arrested. Because, like I said, Java's butt didn't commit a crime by itself. You know, Daryl Jones didn't commit a crime by himself, and we know that. So hopefully something would change in that situation, and hopefully we can get better in our community. But I appreciate all y'all for pulling up. Like, share, and subscribe. And I will get with you. I will get back with you people later on. I might do another live sometime this week or whatever. Hopefully I can have better content. I'm doing it on my phone, so I can't really hardly pull up nothing because I'm just getting used to how this YouTube thing works. But I guess the more I go on and play around with it, the more I can understand it. But I appreciate you all for pulling up. I appreciate for you lending the ear. Hopefully the next one will be a good one. So, peace, love, happiness. Catch y'all on the next one. Good night and stay blessed. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to end this. All right. If somebody's still in the chat, oh man. Okay, hold on for a minute. Okay, I guess I gotta figure this out. I don't know. Still trying to figure it out. If you still in the chat, put a one up. Jamie, is you still in the chat? Okay. Tracy. Thought I saw Sharon. I don't know where Sharon went. All right, y'all. Good night. I don't want that. I don't even know how to end the live. That's crazy. One day I'll have this thing figured out sooner or later. But right now I'm having a hard time, so I'll catch y'all later.